Problem number one, we have lots of people often sitting around a table. What happens when you have too many people sitting around the table? You're talking and they're not listening. They're doing everything else but listening, okay? And so what's emerging around the world is a recognition that we don't want too many people around the table. Instead, what we're going to do is create lots of tables, and we're going to organize people in a way where it's safe for them to have a conversation, okay? Now, I can even engage more people because I have more tables. But I have the tables small enough so that everybody is accountable and present in the room, okay? Number one. Number two, let me show you how this looks actually in how we did this in Saginaw. We had a leaders group. We had a group for people that did direct services. We had a group for families, and we had a group for youth. Each one of these groups met every month, and they all worked on the exact same agenda, but they tackled it from their perspective and what they had the scope of influence to target. Leaders, they focused on policies. Implementers focused on shifting the way work flowed. Families and youth provided lots of feedback on those things and also identified what they could do to make change happen in the community. Okay, so we need to shift our structure, but we also have to shift what we talk about. In many communities, what we've been told by our friends in the South is that what partnerships really are is what's called a sit and get, okay? I come, I sit, and I get a whole bunch of information. My feedback to them is that's called the internet, okay? If I'm coming and I'm spending face-to-face time with you, we should be focusing on something other than what you can send me via an email link or on the website, okay? And so we need to begin to move our meetings and agendas to be about action. And how do we do that? What we have found, again, is we simply ask people, what can you do about this? We make the environment about problem solving and real-time action and commitment. So that's what you think could be done. Who's going to do it? Let's get somebody's name down, and by when do you think you could have that occur? That's how we got 81 actions initiated within 6 months in Saginaw. The other thing that we do is we use an action learning facilitation process. Sort of like the plan, do, study, act model that lots of people use. We've used that same model, but we use terms that a systems person would use, like let's define what that problem is. Now that we know it because we've done a root cause analysis, let's design a solution that can be achieved in 6 months. Let's implement it. Hey, how's it going? Are you achieving what you need to do? And what did we learn from this? And what do we need to do differently the next time? So every meeting is using a process like this. And so they're no longer sit and gets, but instead spaces for real-time problem solving.